if I look at my portfolio, I made some gains and now it all goes down and I'm super concentrated in one industry. Isn't it
That's the
then that we
case.
have to look about diversification again?
Exactly. You don't want to be concentrated in one single industry.
Mm.
So, if you look at the semiconductor space, great, there's opportunity there, but there's also opportunity in AI build out and in the infrastructure that goes into those data centers. That's a huge hot topic now going forward. And I mean, look at the power companies involved with that. Look at the actual companies, the coolant, that like super microcomputer that has the coolants that cool those servers down. So there's so many components that go into an industry, but you're right. I wouldn't pick every single company in the same industry. I would look outside of that industry and look for opportunities in other areas.
Okay, that makes sense because then you have a big picture as well about the industry. And if you really enjoy it, you can nerd really into it and say, okay,
And
what are the
absolutely. Yes.
how is this industry actually fueled and what is benefiting from it and such? Okay.
Correct.
Um, so that's great to hear. Let's talk about your stock picker. How does it help for someone to pick the first stocks? And let's say, can I just download it and use it, or does it make sense to books one of your course first? Because again, there's a lot of terminology in there. I've opened it, I had a look, I did the risk assessment, which was great. But how do I find out? Okay, yeah, all those numbers in there, the 52 weeks moving average and the volatility and all of that. How should I approach this?
Well, one thing you can do is we've embedded the software with hundreds of videos. When you see that little green video icon, every single metric has a video attached to it. So I've recorded videos talking about and there's some are like 30 seconds long, some are 2 minutes, others are much more comprehensive and longer. But, if you arrive on the page and you're wondering, what's this moving average thing? You can click the video icon and I explain what it is and what you want to see in terms of price action versus that moving average.
Got it. Okay, so a step-by-step guide to really
Correct.
understand. Of course, in that sense, you made it compact, right? I can see a list of stocks, and then just to understand as well, I went in there and it showed some stocks that are performing well today, and there's a list of potential ones. How do you choose those? Why are you showing me those stocks? Is it based on your research or certain key parameters? Why?
Which section are you in? Are you in our streaking stock rocket section?
Yeah, I think it was this one. So where you go in like best stocks or top stocks to pick or something, and then there's a list
Yeah.
and it shows an overview. So
Yeah. So we realized that, there's so many companies out. We track 60,000 stocks for investors around the world. We're in 12 different countries. So we're looking at different exchanges as well. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you just pick the exchanges that you want to see stocks on, or else it's going to show you companies, from the Shanghai exchange to, all over. So that would be the first thing I'd recommend is to really hone the software into the exchanges that you want to see companies trading on. And once you do that, then every stock in the software will appear on those exchanges. It won't show you multiple, so it'll be less confusing for you. I think that might help. And anyone else who would be interested in doing that. That's step one. And then what we've done there with the streaking stock rockets is when we put the software together in 2017, it's been a while now when we created it, I said to my team, we're tracking these great companies, but let's really help people pinpoint the real winners, like the ones that are ready to take off. And so we created what we call the stock rockets, and we had very strict requirements for companies that would meet that list.